We cannot leave out the MPP. My voice is hurting a little bit, but it's good. Now, man, we or a former НPP-MP, and ya so too, or say, Nidin Ede, or say a Dr. Dixon Adumakun Kisi. MPP for Mufra Bema, Omu MPs no Mufra Bemupe, automatically I saw my answer for Omu Abema. This gentleman said, Wakabi been there, or say, it is not about declaring a state of emergency. It's about going after financiers of Galamsey, sorry. Or say, or no, or your MPP or your former MP. The idea say, abandoning declare state of emergency, or say, and then is the solution. Or say state of emergency now, ni on one kasani MPP. Sorry, no pa they say, John Mahama declare state of emergency, or say, and the create so yanye. Na enye no na be solve Galamsey problem no. The be solve Galamsey problem na say was say aban na ehwehwe omo a omo di sika ehye Galamsey mu. Omo mu hye kire a omo di sika no ehye mu. Na say yanhwe eno a sa state of emergency no enya ade a ebetumi stop eye de Galamsey no ma yensu de ni ate. We MPP need to say me. Ye nyina kuta card. Otua dues, me so me tua dues. Inti technically MPP for no they have gotten to that point they are realizing say state of emergency no enye eno na betuma solve eye de Galamsey the problem no. In 2024 time and people like myself they be me one example yeah calling for state of emergency no. It was because President Ejina Enim aka say Minerals Commission aka say chairman want to be illegal mining no. President said Minerals Commission boa. The same time no na sector minister from Poboati the document a command say the party for Galamsey. President say enfano ho. The same time no you president ne busuafo ne nanfofo a na de chairman wontumi omo ye Galamsey a president ne tua. At that point no we realized say the government wasn't doing anything and they were not willing to do anything. So the only thing we thought was the best to do no was to call to make sure say you declare state of emergency. But we have crossed that path where we have a new government that is willing to make sure the aye kan nyina na obetie na odibeye adwuma. The first thing I buy for way I say Oma will be a license say onkoye mining. Meaning 2,500 licenses kufuado any MPP for the ma Galamsey for no and then there we are all trying to stop. Secondly, I buy way by no a forest na answer na John Mahama Efra Bemu 2016 na ya tuma yesema mo bia mine wo no ekufuado ne MPP for ba omiamo omo be bie forest no and na MPP for eco forest na omo ye den omo di de asase no omo twa koko tugu omo twa nnua tugu and na virgin forest ade e bo ho ban no na do dan ekufuado ne ba omiamo ebe bie tu mu and this yaban aba John Mahama said no oba beto sa forest nim because obia ni ho kwan say obekọ ye forest nim akoye de Galamsey. Until you can see the difference between MPP and NDC. The NDC is willing and they are ready to fight illegal mining. MPP were enablers. Omo na omo ma eye insuo na asay no. Omo na omo ma green light no. Omo na omo be floodgate no. Until omo ngasa MP catch Ghana for say MPP for say state of emergency also Jimmy because state of emergency no so we na and solve a problem no problem ni nyina say ye bechi obi tise chairman wontumi atum ye bechi obi a oye tien Galamsey odi ni sika ehye matum na state of emergency no so we de to ho a na say omo mukuta sika na omo ehye mu kina no omo da ho ho a Galamsey no ensi eno na abrante we a se bi okọ opposition we hu nyansa no kirem Ache Ghana for say mami MPP for ndi oka MPP for ho state of emergency no mo ka no onim so man kasa mpo ma anya ifri say no mo nkofo na ye gala no na ende no because aban we A2 anamon aban we kire say mo pese mo kono ebe yin say state of emergency de betu baby na aban hyehye a waye no san hyehye no ebetumi akọ Galamsey aban hyehye ni bi na makeka kire no enti sa wotie MPP ni say oti radio so TV so akogina nso bi ho abutu ho ejimi a oya aboa every say on person obadwini say nipa. These are very important things and it is say your money is so complicated. This is simple and then Monday a holiday and anytime me nyabotra me dwodwom kakra Ghana fo nyina ate ase na ye gina illegal mining so anase ye gina galaso ne de den o se aboa obi ama na asam ekoduru bibia wo se du. Now I'm sure ade bi and the MPP for person creating impression be say Ghana nsuo no 6 months, 8 months here, NDC about power, and I say, and me for the way Jimmy, me who be that. Me who a group of piglets who are refusing to admit to say, someone feel me Jimmy moi. There's no way I Ghana for be take you serious. Now the NPP want to create an impression, say, Ghana for Mujo, and the insulting in say a yandis in a sense 8 months into Omon and Amunsio's no more press conference. That's fine. Obiani Omunkuntokwa. Now, this was in 2021. I'm building it from the back. Send a who say, Miracle Abuajin and Sankwasi Afono, Omwe Jimmy. You are not supposed to take them serious. Now, in 2021, this is evidence-based issues they can want them. Johnny Hughes, media general for journalist, morning show, TV, studio, radio. So, MP before call a year Central Region press conference say, Sibian Suria say no. This is the first time a Ghana phone Suria say Miracle Abuajia or Yusuba Umia say cash cow edinyeska. Now, Johnny Hughes be posted BB catch Ghana for say MP before ende ebe catch Ghana for say Ghana and Suria say or remind Ghana for say in 2021 time na MPP was no. This was a news cover about Ghana and Sue and the MPP. They're not in Suria into Troy, and I'm still waiting for the MPP to have a press conference to say he's lying. Right now, no. So I want to me Ember out. Ember say Obi Bois and therefore Jimmy Tinefi. Or see, this picture was taken in April 2021 after a tour of the Central and Western region by Honorable Kojo Opon Nkrumah, Information Minister, Samuel Abu Jinapo, Land and Natural Resources, Cecilia Dapa, Water and Sanitation, the two regional ministers with their entourage. I showed it on Johnny's Bite then. Note, the Interministerial Committee Against Illegal Mining, that's the IMCIM, had been dissolved then. I'm just sharing the information. In 2021, no, time ministers no, and then they share insure na Galamsey say no was Central and Western region ana kojo pon kroma ka ho na land minister de Samuel Abu Jinapo ka ho na Cecilia Dapa ka ho no omuko 2021 no insure eninie baby na omuko ya omuka say insure ni ase omuko ye video no the same place in 2021 baby say Ghana Water Company was Central region. This is the same water. Now remember Okachira mu say sa interministerial committee na omuti say ebeko Galamsey no in 2021 ni egunu 2021 no na ye guno. And it said, sir, interministerial your friend saying interministerial committee against illegal mining. Sir, Adena Ekufuado te no. E hon fa so be na yenyaye. And omo de sir IMCIM enye sika no te say Charles Bisu Kromfo no odi Canada Japan echi. Ewifo na omo wo sir committee nim no. And omo na asa cha omo hu mienu. Ebi di Canada echi, ebi di ba omi echi. Kojo Opon Nkrumah mo ediba omi echi. Samuel Abu Jinapo mu diba omi echi. Charles Bisu a ehun so oje bribe TV so as a member of the IMCIM no ono di Kennedy Japan into the same group. Inti sooner MPP for some press conference wo water company na emo say insure ni asay na in the same place in 2021. Inti said Miracle Abuaje abegina TV so catch us an ye hu bi da mu ye de nso na ye e na odi kusie de n'echi de bia MPP bedi nkwase asema obokwa asantemem ko yikusie baako Paul Yando wadane kusie na odi omochi e na omu use ni so apofi de bia MPP petumi a mo ba asantemem no ba yigimi ni baako na mo de na kodi nkwase asem omukwa demonstration no ye hu achim ni bia so ogina ho time na omo power no Paul Yando no mo hu ni se kusie ba atan na omo mpese obeba tumi mpo abekasa. And power choir no yagotam kusia kodi Miracle Abuaje chi say munko jimi mu ho nsuo ho. This is the same place 2021. Now the most interesting thing about the mebo acho say me pese me bo Miracle Abuaje ankasa video choir do ho no me wi na ma kire wade bi why am Miracle Abuaje eni say jimi ni kuratie no he is desperate for attention we diba omia sika ya pamo no as an MC me ka kire say onya wi a he should come and show us his termination letter. Time Ekufuado Pamono as an MC. He's a criminal. As I speak, on to me proving Chagana for say, and Yakronuntin Pamono. Oh, yeah, he's desperate. He wants to still steal from Bawumia because the same person on the Bawumia could 38%, no. And I'm telling you on authority, I know what is coming. Now, Mumia go tie video no because Besame ya de bi chire mo. Mumia go tie miracle aboagye ne nkusie.
Between 2010 and 2016, the NDC government, which President Mahama was then a vice president and a president at some point, had moved our fairly good water from 40 to 25 poor quality water, and only 15 of these water were fairly good water. It tells you that we have every reason to be worried. We have every reason to be concerned if we are not getting enough assurance from the president looking at his track record. Because between the period of 2010 and 2016, when he was vice president and president, our water bodies deteriorated to a very poor state. Now guess what? When the MPP government took office, between 2017 and 2024, the 25 poor quality water that we inherited were reduced from 25 to 10. And so by the time Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was leaving office in December 2024, the 15 fairly good water that the NDC government left had increased from 15 to 29 good water.
It means that as waka bisim omwejimi etiom ko gina the same zone almost say no, and they are doing a press conference. I don't know if it's a Ghana for yenjimi ye. This is just 8 months of free power new. In sona omugina hono time no free power omo power no o sign anka odi si wa anka sela nke nintie. But you see these cockroaches, because majority of omo di MPP no mo jimi omo adwene wo fo munti sanko from the party no omogin se Ghana for nyina jimi. Anytime I say the foolish masses are the people who are following the NPP. Enti wakogina nsu anim 8 months no free power. Now the same miracle aboagye time no mo to me no. This is what he said. I say, I will demonstrate against the government if it bans small scale mining. Time no what to me no. We September 2024. Sata na Ghana for say from Pop Boatin the report about manya ho hwe. Minerals Commission say chairman want to me say asase manya ho hwe. Mora forest ebiem obi akoye manya ho hwe. Ghana for say yem ban de mining. Na yenhwe sene ye betuma koye ni because aban na nya hwe. Miracle Aboagye ko tena TV so say NPP aban e ban mining because of Galamsey or no be demonstration. Abrantie we an ende wahye a Poland for a Lacoste abegina wa say echichira motuo mo say die yo say ohye SM say small size o say S ohye die we ohye S ana ohye small say tiny small ohye TS ana say S say nkwankwa share the show say die yo the same person any 1 year o the same person wako mount die akonwa wo insuo dedim say insuo de omo our power in less than as some kind naka 3 months or say 2 months ni akoto aba oka say ono ne MPP na oye Bawumia campaign manager no o say ono ne MPP no say omo ban mining in Ghana ono omo be demonstration tia MPP and na kwasi ampanyi we or the poyando aye the tisekusia onyem akogya na ji say munhwe yo enti enya den yama power. Who in their right senses to take the NPP serious? Because I'm paying me one video Germany on when I start to September ya now I say I will demonstrate against government if it bans small scale mining. Na Ghana for kasa. Ya say munya bibi. Samonya mun declare state of emergency kura munya bibi mi ehu. Chairman want to me say asase. Keti yemvo say asase. From Pop Boatin the report aba. Ye mo be forest nama munya bibi. Omuka say no. Afe Miracle Aboagye went na news file mame kan kire wo o kan story na some kan ni MPP wo mo ye nwan o ba kan so wo mo jimi don't listen to them inti de mo koye nanke ye nya beto aba mo na inti ne kwakra ne sen ye ma mutumi moa na mo sa me bie forest no nwan. The spokesperson for the campaign of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the new Patriotic Party's flag bearer for the 2024 elections, Dennis Miracle Aboagye, has threatened on one kasa threaten na ban also hwe Galamsey na support ba Bawumia campaign no Galamsey na ye ne enne ya sensuo na e ma yesika no wo pese utwa de Galamsey mu Miracle Abuaje tena Joy News threaten na ban that are not only the lead Bawumia communication na Bawumia man sa chance na ko betima koye Bawumia told him that you dare not go on radio and say or support say young ban mining small scale mining in Ghana. Bawumia man direction say kono ka Ghana for say no, because the intentions was that Obuba Kunipa keep power no ma say asase them more. NPP they never thought of losing power. Me na me catch roll. Takonu she never thought to say NPP will lose power. Nana Dan Kufuor he never thought. Bawumia thought he will win the power. So he sat on TV. The same Miracle Abuaje catch the Ghana for say, or no be see the party no say you ban Galamsey or Ghana. Now when you read the story, this is what it says. In Mr. Abuaje's view, the calls for a ban on small-scale mining are politically motivated and not in the interest of the country. Or see September. Or see omo kase Galamsey sensio ku Ghana for ye won kura no mo say dituno. Or see sankofo nya politics no mo fam kwase anko no ha. Enya kuma pa no de kasa sata no wa ban mu kwase abe yo hye Poland for la cost we Miracle Abuaje kwase abe wa se banchidue yi na no mu say refi ho na ote Ghana no fa Abuaje serious Miracle Abuaje no fa ni serious oh we jimi we politics of insult ya be kire mo nde. So you see into onim say MPP for the jiminti no afa Paul Yando ni ti sekusia wonyem kwase ato ono time na oti Ghana 8 years we hu de nso ne ye Jimmy de nimu prekesen se apofia be gina yes mahama be yensuo no otwe ukroma santimemu nso papa be na da ho Galamsey asedi nyina kokwa demonstration ho. Now okay story speaking on Joy News on Thursday September 19 he said the calls are in the interest of some political groups. So time na fix the country for a demonstration or say that be where politics no more ye in Sobian say ye mo bian kan se Galamsey Miracle Abuaje the near said the kotra ni egu o kwasia and wakoshe Poland for la course say BBSC inti yanya den what should we do yanya den yantam Ghana ne mamu ana yanya den inti ebufu MP NDC mama yan support NDC biom yanya den inti end game ne say what's the end game ntwamwa my say Jimmy for ma Mojo say Ghana for refi 2 days 3 days we are just 7 months ago. You see Osaka say me and I quote Miracle Abuaje no masem these are for me kind of for me kind of tree. The proposal they are making is not in the interest of the water bodies. They are making it in the interest of their own political affiliation. End of quote. Or see Ghana for na omatio mu gwa bontenika say Ekufuado aban chema wuntumi ya gala mo bie forest no and the people watching the report aba ni nyina mo se mo nya ho hwe se sia ne pese mo ye bibia mo nya na o say omo mo ye sa dede no eye sebio political party bi no mo join enye Ghana enye nsuo na ase no nti na sa time no wagya tum se nsuo ase yo but na on pese obegya tum se the party na se nsuo no wagya tum se the party na be gala ebie forest no ase nsuo no but politics kwasia boy we foolish boy we or just about to the Ghana for did other agro because I had the full and any kwasia pay me so person be the president MPP anka so mo Jimmy some because MPP Jimmy dio naturally foolish or mo Jimmy they still don't think just Ghana for nyina Jimmy to say Paul Yando. Now we are Santini ba with the MPP echi kwa santimemu no kohwe ko boasa danse ko be kwai kwa santimemu we are regional communications that ada na wonko honkoda fom koto de ne bodwe muti Jimmy mu na small boys we use mo o Yando we nyini cha kwa we why wonim tum sa apofia ko gina ne chi Jimmy ho papa panyin toto o do hwe abo to akogina nsuo ho ukuro ma santimemu ye nya nsuo nom. Now, my mention the Kudientia MPP for Jimmy. Now let's go back. Mecho Bibi. Time na MPP to see the water. And don't actually say 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. You shouldn't say this is evidence.
Management of Ghana Water Company Limited in the Central Region is crying out for help as it warns residents could go without water running through their taps for a long time if nothing drastic happens to change the situation. According to them, Galamsey activities on the Pra River has resulted in the inadequate raw water received at the Setra water treatment plant. They say about 60% of the catchment capacity is silted as a result of illegal mining, compromising the quality of raw water. We'll bring you the statement from Ghana Water Company Limited shortly, but first, excerpts of our documentary, Thirsty Rivers.
Sacred waters, once no-go zones, are now vulnerable to exploitation. Their purity, sacrificed at the altar of prophets. What was once protected by deep-seated respect for tradition is now undermined by the clinking of coins as the sacred is sold off piece by piece. The Ghana Water Company continues to post challenges affecting the processing of water for the consuming public. At their water treatment plant here at Setra, illegal miners continue to mine very close to the intake point of the company. The water treatment plants, once efficient hubs of purification, now resemble battlefields. Here, modern equipment struggles against overwhelming turbidity levels, constantly straining under the burden. The filtration systems, once designed to handle sediment-free water, now groan under the weight of heavy metals and salts, leading to frequent breakdowns.
So the Setra water treatment plant was designed with turbidity levels of about between 800 to 1,000, but now we hit turbidities of about 11,000. Yeah, yesterday I think turbidity was about 9,000. So turbidity, like I told you, you can say is about how unclean the water has become in terms of silts. So water or the treatment plant that is designed to abstract water without silt is now abstracting the water with silt.
Professor David Kofi Suman, an esteemed environmental scientist at the University of Cape Coast, sounds the alarm on the relentless Galamsey activities ravaging Ghana's rivers and water bodies. With a deep sense of urgency, he highlights the catastrophic impact of chemicals seeping into these waters, posing a grave threat to the health of countless Ghanaians.
You see, those days when we clarify water, we use just the water stands for some time and the sediment drops and it becomes clean without adding much chemicals. Today, because of the nature, it's mud. It's not water. They are squeezing water out of mud, and so they will have to add a lot of chemicals, alum, to be able to settle this thing that we are talking about.
In a statement put out by the Ghana Water Company Limited today, the plant is only able to produce about a quarter of its installed capacity. Currently, my colleague Kwasante has details of the statement.
Very alarming statement put together by the Ghana Water Company Limited, and they say that they've noted, of course, the challenges with water supply in Cape Coast, Elmina and surrounding communities in recent times. Then they go on to provide why exactly this acute water supply challenges is happening. They say the recent demand supply gap is a result of inadequate raw water received at the Setra water treatment plant as a result of Galamsey. Pollution of the Pra River along its course, and most especially at the catchment for abstraction, has reduced water embankment to the barest minimum. About 60% of the catchment capacity is silted as a result of illegal mining in Galamsey, compromising the quality of raw water. We are currently recording an average of a turbidity of 14,000 NTU instead of 2,000 NTU designed for adequate treatment. Currently, the plant is able to produce only about 7,500 meter cubic water per day, a quarter of its installed capacity. The situation has caused severe inconveniences to our customers and consumers, and we sincerely apologize. The company is engaging all stakeholders in activity to your community.
Ghana Water Company must do magic, perform magic, and reduce it from 14,000 to 5 NTU. Can you imagine the work that Ghana Water Company has to do before we can get a drop of water to the homes of customers? But Ghanaians are doing this. It's not as if there's no water in the Pra River. But the quality is so bad, we can't abstract more than that. We can't abstract more. In fact, the same thing is happening in Western region, Dabuasi, where we abstract the Pra River. Sometimes the Galamsey causes, the Galamsey operation causes the sand or the silt to gather at the intake that we are not able to use to abstract water. Sometimes we even need to close down the plant, but we can't close it down. So we have to do whatever we can to be able to abstract the little that we can. In fact, this thing must stop. It must not continue. So in fact now we don't even, in fact, let me say we are not desperate.
I'm sorry, sound. Thank you, team. Now, video now share, the sound went off. I'm sorry. Video now share, this was August 2024. August 2024. That was NPP was in power. August 2024.